Fucking ridiculous. Good morning, everybody, to the Daily High with your host, Matt McGregor and Tone Base. How are you, mate?
I'm good. I'm good. Let's interesting little pullback. I didn't realize yesterday's show was almost 40 minutes long. It didn't feel like it, right?
No, and I said we're going to do a quick one. Let's do that quick one today because the price is at
Good.
exactly the same price as it was yesterday. And it's very, very funny. We'll have a look at it in the charts. It's almost at parity to the dollar of what it was yesterday. And it's doing exactly the same thing it did in yesterday's show. And the 10 a.m. reversal that we pointed out yesterday was pretty good. Is it going to work today, or is this going to lead to further downside? Let's have a quick gander as I open the charts right now in the new tradition of me starting the shows off. All right, look at this. We're on the daily time frame right now. We had a pullback to the exact price we're at right now yesterday as we were doing the show, and had a pretty good response, really. I mean, that was a fine daily close in you know in all regards. And then today is pulling back down further. So everything I said in the show yesterday still applies today. It makes total sense for me. But you're just if you're super duper concerned about this correction off almost being like within a stone's throw from the all-time high, and you think that should have been a big enough dip and that's the end of it. It's exactly the same thing. You're just way too zoomed in. The price is near at 71,500. Absolutely brilliant. It's very, very normal to have a pullback when we're approaching all-time highs. So all the cup and handle and everything you've been looking at is all still in play here. Just give it some time, right? This is Thursday morning in America and Thursday evening in Asia. We've got time. We've got time is on our side. I do still think that a pullback down to at least the 7 simple moving average here at 69, let's call it $70,000, is completely. It might be 70,000 by the time the price gets there. That's why I said it. Is completely valid because the same thing I said yesterday. The price will always go above and below the 7 simple moving average. It hates to be that far extended. So let's just actually do a measured move of how far we really did get extended. Oh, that's annoying. We got like 8.5, 9% above the moving average. That doesn't happen very often without coming back to it. I mean, let's have a look here. That got to 9%, but then what happened? It went sideways for a while until the moving average is caught up. That's all I'm seeing is happening right now. It's just a mean reversion to spook a lot of new people, and maybe it'll really spook a lot of new people and come down to 65 and test that breakout zone. Or maybe it'll come way down. Who knows? Who knows? But I'm not concerned at all. I'm still hyper focused on absolute upside. When we go down the lower time frames, we'll have a look and see if there's anything to grab onto. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame right now and wait for my tools to load. That's not a good sign that it's taking ages to load. There it is. Bang. Great, right? So like even 2 hours ago, we closed above the 7 simple moving average, which is above every single moving average on alpha numerics. Where's my MRI? Come on, man. It's coming. I get so used to using alphanumerics and the MRI that I feel really blind without it, Tone. I can't even look at
Yeah,
charts
I
without
know.
the.
Same. Same. Whenever someone was like, "Hey, Tone, can you take a look at this?" Like I'm on screen share, I do. You got to turn the MRI on. Well, like I can't look at a chart without the MRI anymore.
No, no, me neither, mate. And I mean, and if I was, in fact, let's do that for a second. Let's look at the charts
Mhm.
without anything on it, and I'll give you my analysis, and then we'll come back and I'll put the tools back on. And I didn't get a good overview there. I would say, looking at this, that we're going down.
I don't like it. I don't
Yeah,
like it. I'm not happy here.
yeah, right here. I'm looking at this going like, ooh, if we break this line right here, there's further downside on the cards. That's just looking at it without any tools, just eyeballing it. And when I put the MRI back on and alpha back on, that makes perfect sense to me that we are going to come back and retest the 30 simple moving average in 2.5. If we close down here that in 2 hours we're going to get a red star on the MRI, and I think that there's a high probability that a 70,000 retest of the 30 simple moving average here is totally on the cards. Now, if I'm wrong, it's not me being wrong. like in the traditional sense, if we recover from right here and it would just put in this a double bottom, which Tone doesn't like, great, great. I'm still in all my trades, so fantastic. I don't care. I would love it to be back up here at 72, 73 and kick on onwards and upwards, break the all-time high. But just looking at it in a vacuum, it looks like it wants to retest lower prices. So I would be setting a buy order at 70,100, you know? And if that, because that was where I'd be looking at the first stop in this rally, in this dump, I should say. That's the 4 hour right now. Let's have a look at some of the oscillators on the 4 hour time frame. The see this is it. This is it here too. The EXA here, which had its cross, which we mentioned in yesterday's show, back at the top here. It had the cross here. It's still on the downwards. It hasn't crossed at all yet. I thought this might have crossed yesterday. It's still tearing down. Let's get it down lower, but this might be exhausting before it has to have its respite. Fantastic. It can't go down forever. This the RSI is straight line down, right? But we're still above 50. Let's see where this pulls up. Can we put in sort of like it would make sense that this is that even here is something to look at. We'll have a look, is that's see that broke there, and it's got to find some feeding somewhere. Will it come all the way back down to below 30? I don't think so, but I would love that to happen because it'd be a great buy the dip. I'm all with this green wave here. I'm all about the buy the dip right now. If we were to come all the way down and get inside the green wave from here, that would scare a lot of folks out, and it would be very, very exciting for a buy. I'd have to sell a kidney or something to get into it at that point, but I don't think that it's coming down that low. We'll see. It's going to be a really good test of the market to see how much it can eat away from this. See, we've already put in a lower low here as we speak. It is falling pretty quickly. 15-minute time frame. We'll just review it, and I'll put on BangBox. Obviously, is not in a trade right now. It got pretty close, but didn't actually enter any trades. But we have reset, obviously, and I don't. Oh, come on. I'm getting a fair bit of feedback. Are you in the airport, mate? Where are you?
Oh, I'm in Panama.
Oh, there's a fair bit of noise in the background, but that's okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
let
look,
me yeah, that's it's right outside my office. I'm kind of almost on the ground floor here. Hold on.
yeah, no worries, mate. Look, this is just Bangbox. There's nothing to review here except for like where we're coming way, way down, which I really don't mind because when we recover, we can enter a trade, real near to the 128 day. Even as this pulls down, we get a better entry. Like if this was to come up here and break up here, we would have entered that trade. We would have entered that trade. Was so near to entering that trade. If that candle had gone higher, it would have entered the long here. And so I don't mind now. We have the opportunity to get in at a lower price. It is falling. That's that's okay. That's okay. I can't wait to show you these new bots I've got. I'm not, and I promised my team I wouldn't mention these new bots, but we would be short right now, no doubt about that. All right, please go over to the Financial Summit Network and check out this fantastic video that Baloo made. It's called Trading Bots on Blowfin. It's a 5-minute tutorial how to set it up. The bot. It's absolutely worth doing. Great sign up bonus right now on Blowfin, and as always, we have BitGet, which is a great exchange as well. Please like and subscribe, guys. Tone, what are you seeing, mate? Anything special that I missed?
No, you didn't miss anything, but we're 4 minutes away from 10 a.m. and I really think this is gonna turn around. I really, really want this to turn around, and it's
I will mention, please. I did forget the monthly. We're on the last day of the monthly close. Please review the monthly as well. So we can do
honestly,
that.
it's not even the monthly that I'm eyeing, it's the 2 month. I
Right.
really want this green star candle. It is so important to get this green star candle in. So we have 10 hours, 8 hours or
That's
something, right?
that's
We
a
have
fait
ten
that's a fait complete. Wouldn't you think?
10 hours from now. I really need this candle to close above $70,000. The high of the prior candle, 70,040. I need to write an article for Bitcoin Magazine about TA at month close. and
Ah,
I need this green star candle. It's really going to be the like the main focal point of this article is the long-term picture of Bitcoin and how every time we got a green star candle, we went up like, 100%. So
yeah,
I might actually take screenshots of this like before the candle even closes because I need this thing there, right? I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah. Do
assume it's
that.
there. If
Do
this
that.
green star disappears, just by a few dollars, I'm gonna make a giant note saying I don't care to me that I'm gonna paste it in there, right? I'll go and alter the code just to make sure this green star stays there no matter what for this candle, right? With like 12 hours to go. And so that's super. I mean, it's not that important. It's just visually important. Like I want it there for future reference. So if I'm still doing these videos because I have nothing to do with my life 10 years from now, I want this damn green star here, okay?
Yeah,
At
yeah,
this
yeah.
particular candle, because I think it changes a lot. So that part is really, really important to me. The monthly is not as important. It would be nice to close at a monthly all-time high, but that doesn't matter to me as much because there is no green star candle here, and we're going to get a green star candle monthly next month once we start breaking this month's high. And that's not going to change regardless of where this current month closes. So I know Mark really wants this to close above 73 on a monthly. I don't really care. To me, the monthly is completely irrelevant at this point, unless, of course, it falls or rises about $8,000 in the next 8 hours or so. Then it makes a big difference. Other than that, I don't see it making a big difference at all. What about the weekly? The weekly, I really would like to see it at a new all-time high weekly close. We're sitting right on it, like all these candles, the weekly, the monthly, the 2 month, literally right here, right now. And we're a little bit lower than I'd like, basically closing anything above 1,000 bucks higher would be perfect for all these candles. But for now, it's still a bullish structure. I don't want to see us fall much further because of my leverage long position, which I don't really want to hold through the weekend, but I kind of wanted to exit at an all-time high again, like I did last Friday, or a swing high like I did last Friday. So I would like to exit it tomorrow at a nice swing high. I do think that no matter what happens today, well, no, I shouldn't say that. I was gonna say no matter what happens today, we're likely to go up tomorrow because I really like this pullback on the fifth candle. I think the problem is stock earnings. You can see Microsoft completely crashed today, even though it reported positive earnings yesterday. Are there any articles? Maybe you can Google it while I'm doing this. How did the voting go for Microsoft holding Bitcoin or not holding Bitcoin? I know I have a couple of friends that own like 8 shares of Microsoft, and they, of course, voted for Microsoft to hold Bitcoin like it makes a difference, but they try. And uh, like, look, they all crashed. Like Amazon crashed. They're going to report earnings later today. Google reported good earnings. Like earnings are coming in really good. Netflix reported good earnings and popped a few days ago, or like a week ago. Apple is going to report earnings later today. Today's a huge day for earnings. Tesla reported good earnings a little while ago. It's now just pulling back. Meta reported good earnings. Like all these companies reported very good positive earnings.
Result,
Nvidia,
results, results not in yet on Microsoft voting for Bitcoin.
okay. I'm not sure what Nvidia earnings are. They don't. They should be any day actually. Oh no, no, it's coming up late. Okay, so it's in 2 weeks from now. And AMD did not have good earnings, but that was 2 days ago. I don't think they would have taken down the market. Also, oh wow. Oh no, they barely missed it. They missed it by 0.00 by irrelevant amount. And MicroStrategies had pretty bad earnings. Wow, look at that. That's terrible.
They
But
don't do
nobody cares. The stock fell a
it.
little,
Do
and
anything
they're still holding all the Bitcoin. Wow, that's terrible.
unless they sell Bitcoin. What's their they're not earning shit.
They're selling dollars.
Yeah, but they're not doing anything. They'll have a
Dude, the
bad earnings report forever, and they'll
the
still
the
be.
estimate the estimate was they were going to lose 12 cents a share. They lost $1.72 a share. That is a massive, massive miss. Wow. Wow. I guess the estimate was so wrong. That's amazing. Okay. Uh, and 10 a.m. reversal. It's 10:02. Let's go. Gold. There's your gold reversal candle coming in. I told you guys yesterday, if you're still holding your gold, consider taking some profit here. All right.
Well,
S&P 500, 5 a.m. Look at that beautiful, beautiful. This is the kind of candle I was talking about yesterday. Remember? I said,
yep.
yeah, we had a crash candle. I need a little doji here. Then we have to go higher. This has a bullish trade written all over it for me. Okay, there's your stop loss. Your entry right now. I would be all over this bullish reversal. And probably a 4-point risk. Yeah, 4-point risk. Let's see how this goes. And if I fail on this, I'm definitely trying again later in the day because that is a huge, huge drop from opening. That's 75 points already, 70 points, 65 points from the open. Yeah, I will always bet on a snapback, at least a little. And if I fail on this try, I will do it one more time. The next time I get a bullish opportunity. Uh, Now here's the good news. Check this out. Yesterday,
Sorry, Tony. Can you go back to that for a second? I have a question.
yep,
Um, let's say you have a second dip at it, right? As a second bite of the
yeah,
cherry. And do you would you then have your target for the day to work back the losses that you made on the first trade, or would you put double the parameters to try and make back still a profitable day? Just a
it
question.
de it depends on how confident I am in the setup
Mhm.
and at what time that setup is happening and how much further it fell. So it could be an identical size trade. It could be 2x the size.
Or even like the take profit and the whole parameters of the managing the position, would you extend them further?
Probably not because there's less time in the day.
Mhm. No, I'm sorry to ask you the question without notice. I'm just
No, no, no.
interested.
It's a good question. It's a good question. If I'm taking on a reversal trade for the second time after the first failure, it really depends on my confidence of the candles and how they look like going forward. It also depends, am I going into a continuation trade or another falling knife catch? I would
Mhm.
actually be more confident in making it double the size on a future continuation trade than I am on a secondary knife catch.
Mhm.
Knife
Yep.
catches are always challenging. See, this is my knife catch. My next trade, I'd rather make it a continuation trade, right? Because this trade has already
Yep.
failed.
Yep.
So now I wait till maybe 10:30, ideally 11 a.m., and try again. Or I enter the trade in 20 minutes from now on a continuation trade.
Yeah.
But this just made a new low. So maybe I didn't exit right here, or maybe I would be exiting this right now on a slight pullback. Like maybe I'll lose 2 points. I mean, something like that, right? I mean, maybe I pull my stop loss, but the condition was breached, and maybe I just said, I, like either way, this trade is a loss.
Yeah.
Whether it's a 4-point loss or a 2-point loss, this trade is a loss. And
And
now I wait for a new
you
setup, but I will try this one more time.
do you go to the gym now, or do you go have a cigarette if you were a smoker, or are you
No,
like,
no, 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 nope. I'm sitting in front of a computer, eyeing it like a hawk,
yeah,
till because I want to make my money back.
right?
And on a day like this, I'm probably sitting in front of my computer till 2 p.m.
Yeah, yeah, and that's for most people who aren't disciplined, and Tone, you are one of the most disciplined men I've ever met. This is where you're gonna really fuck yourself by chasing tail here. Like you'll force trades at this point. I would I would disappear for a bit, have a smoke, have a
Right. No, no,
beer,
no. I'm watching the
coffee.
market, but it's very unlikely I would enter a trade before 11. So
Yeah.
I have 15 minutes of staring at the market, right? It's very hard to. The problem happens if I end up making 5 trades between now and 11 a.m., I'm
Yeah.
probably screwed, right?
Yeah.
But I I'm not entering any more trades for a little while. I want to see how this develops. It would
Yeah.
just be straight up bad luck that this is the low. I don't
I
think
mean,
this is gonna be the low. I think
that
we're
hap
making
that
lower
happens.
lows.
That
Yeah,
happens all the time as well.
that's just gonna be the unluckiest trade of the month if that
Yeah.
happens, right?
Yeah.
Also, here's the other thing, right? This is the kind of strategy I was using as a day trader. I
Mhm.
also had my earnings strategies with my options for earnings. And this week is literally the king of earnings weeks. So on a day like today, I'm probably managing my earnings positions, and I'm not messing with Bitcoin with S&P futures.
Yeah.
This is where I'm navigating because I'm probably involved in some of these companies, like an Nvidia, like probably not Apple, but probably Netflix, but that one's already passed. So
Because
a
you
lot of
you
these,
you didn't hold into you closed all the positions prior to earnings, and then you're
not
looking to
always. Nope, not always.
well, either way, you're in full firefighting mode at this point,
Right.
either rebuying or trying to get out or
Right.
whatever.
I would enter my trades a few weeks before earnings, and I would, in a perfect world, I'm exiting them the day before earnings when the implied volatility is at its peak.
Right.
But if my trade isn't profitable, I'm probably gonna hold it through earnings and see what happens.
Yeah.
So my half the time I ended up holding my options through earnings.
Okay.
Okay,
We're
so
looking.
here's what I wanted to show you guys. I really thought that yesterday's purchases would be somewhere in the 5 to 6 thousand Bitcoin range, maybe even a little less. You want to take you want to take the over under on let's say 7,500 Bitcoin, Matt. Over or under purchases for yesterday.
I'm taking the over only because I think that you asked the question because it was unique.
Another 12,000 Bitcoin.
That's why I asked. That's why I did it.
Isn't
I
that
played.
crazy?
I played you, not the game.
Yeah. I just updated my spreadsheet and we have one more day today. It looks like today there's not going to be massive purchases, but so far for the month, we broke 70,000 Bitcoin bought. I
That's it.
don't think they're going to sell massive amounts, but here's the scary part, man. Here's the scary part. All 12,000 were purchased by BlackRock.
We'll all be working for Black Box, fucking Black Box one day, BlackRock one day.
So in the last 3 days, BlackRock has purchased uh 25,000 Bitcoin in the
Mm.
last 3 days, right? Because you got to do 8 plus 4 is another 12, plus 800, plus 500, that's another 1,000. So that's 13,000 plus 12,000. Over 25,000 Bitcoin purchased by BlackRock in 3 days. Like at this pace, they will own every single Bitcoin by end of next year.
Can I tell you a funny story? You know, when I made the name of the company Black Box, I used BLKBöX, right? Because I thought
Yeah.
it it looked really nice. You the ticker for BlackRock, and there's a couple of funny things happen. I didn't realize at the time that BlackRock's ticker was BLK. I didn't know that. And I didn't realize that black box is a financial term that describes a trading algorithm that you don't know what goes into.
Did you really not know that?
Mate, I didn't know that. I
Dude,
did.
I absolutely. Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't tell you. I knew that from day one. I'm like, okay, that's an interesting way to name a company. So no
Yeah,
one knows what's in it.
yeah, which nobody does. And it worked out really, really well. But I was just thinking like, you know, on an aeroplane, a black box on an aeroplane, and there was a coffee shop down the street from me called Black Milk, BLKMLK. And I thought, oh, BLK, black box, like an aeroplane. Cool. And anyway, it was a happy accident.
I mean, me working on Wall Street for a long time in the quant field, I obviously am intimately familiar with the concept of a black box.
Right. Yeah, right, right. So it was a perfect name.
Oh boy, look at this. BlackRock had an MRI top, and now it's on an MRI buy, but I don't like this double bottom here. When are their earnings? Hmm. Did they report super early? Interesting. Dude, BlackRock's gonna be making so much money off of the management fee of this thing. I mean, look how much look at their that's $30 billion. So they're collecting
That's more than
a
you've got,
quarter
Tony.
of a percent management fee on this, right? That's a quarter of a percent annually on 30 billion. So 1% on 30 billion is 300 million, right? Is my math correct?
Yep.
300 million is 1% of 30 billion. And no, wait.
$150 million a year.
Yeah, so divide that by four. And yeah, they're making 125 million a year right now off this fee. I mean, it's not that much, I guess, but it's pretty damn good, man, for doing almost nothing.
Yeah, very good.
That's absolutely crazy.
I can't wait to see the comment section attack our mathematics on camera here. For that.
I mean, soon it's going to be a billion. I mean, at this pace, it's not going to take them long to have $100 billion worth of Bitcoin, and now they're making $1 billion. Uh, now they're making quarter mil a year.
Yep. They don't do anything short term. They're thinking very
Well,
far
quarter
ahead.
billion a year. I mean, just in uh, just in fees. And okay, hold on. Let's go back to. Okay, see, this I like. I like the fact that we made a very clear new low, and now again, I'm looking at to repeat my trade one more time. Looking to repeat my trade one more time off some kind of a reversal, ideally at 11 a.m. All right, I got nothing else. Bitcoin is already bouncing a smidge. Oh, I
Yeah.
like. Look at that. Look at that MRI support
You
line.
know how I feel about them.
Let's go to the 1 hour. It's a nice hourly reversal candle.
It's no man's land though, isn't it?
Dude, I'm gonna be glued to my computer all day watching the 2 month chart. I want that green star, and then I gotta take screenshots of this and write that, put that article out tomorrow.
All right, brother, let's wind her up.
Oh, someone's saying 75 million a year. Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't do live math on air. Even with multiple math degrees.
yep. When I got to I thought you said 50.5, so that's why I said 150. So that when you came back with 1/4, I was like, 75 is correct. So that sounds right. All right, brilliant.
Yeah, Bitcoin reversed exactly at 10 a.m., by the way. On the 1 minute chart, the reversal candle was the 10:05 candle. Look at that beautiful doji. If I was doing another course, I mean, this is in my course. I mean, this is the perfect reversal candle right there. This is the perfect reversal candle. That's what a clean doji is. It's perfect. All right, guys. I'm gonna come off screen share here. Halloween tomorrow or Friday. I got a really busy day tomorrow, Matt. I gotta either we gotta go super early. Let's see how the month closes. I guess we have to do a show tomorrow. Today's month end anyway, but we may have to go earlier tomorrow. I gotta do a million things.
Yeah, no problem at all, mate. All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. What a joy it's been. We'll see you the same time tomorrow, but perhaps a little earlier. See you then.
Bye,
Thanks,
guys.
Tony.